All right, everybody, let's get back into this Destiny beta. You can't tell it's a beta from looking at it, can you? All right, first and foremost, let me show off my new bike, my Sparrow. This is a ride that you can summon or desummon at will, okay? I'd also like to show you something else that I've unlocked here relatively early. This thing, a super, where it says supercharged at the bottom. That is my special ability, which is particular to my class. Playing a hunter, what I get is a flaming pistol that, I don't know if it's for a couple seconds or a couple shots, but you go into berserk pistol mode and you basically one-shot anything you hit, and it's amazing. Anyway, you notice my buddy ahead of me there, Unholy Viper, right? Longtime friend. I did ask him, he said he didn't mind if I pointed him out, making his cameo appearance. Anyway, he has been gracious enough to share with me all of his accumulated knowledge of this game thus far. I believe he's been involved since the beta. And not just this game, but these types of games, okay? This dude's a genius when it comes to character builds, how skills work with one another, party mechanics, and synergy and all that type of stuff. I've learned a lot from this guy. In the time that I've known him, he's helped me out with other games too, and we've banged our heads together. It's not that I'm completely without input, but this dude's prodigy when it comes to this stuff in a lot of ways. Anyway, following him around, and he's kind of showing me around what we've seen so far. And you know, it being a beta, we're going to have a vanilla version of the game, but there's a lot of content, guys. I'm not going to get bored this week. Let's put it that way. Okay, and one thing we've learned is that there's going to be a whole lot more we don't know than what we do know. We can get the basics here, but we've seen hints and closed doors that would probably otherwise be open that hint at bigger things to come. Lots of stuff. For example, there are whole skill trees which we haven't even seen yet. You know, whole perks that'll be available, and that's going to dictate how you build your character. You know, that's big stuff. That's half of an RPG right there. Is you know, what skills do you get? What do you know? What's the leveling like? Type stuff. Okay, you know, we can't fully know here. We can get an idea of what it's like to level and upgrade your basic skills and get your basic superpower and play around with it a little bit, learn the controls. But we can't know just how in depth and how, you know, grand the whole leveling thing's going to be. It's going to be huge. You know, like I say, there's whole trees that are involved, and apparently these trees work with one another and such. I don't know. Anyway. I'm lacking the verbiage or the wordage, especially for you MMO fans. So please don't roll your eyes when I don't know the proper MMO terms for certain things. I can describe events that I've experienced, and my limited knowledge of MMOs. I think you'll find that there are some things that would please you guys, make you very happy in this game that are particular to MMOs. Okay, now the spin metal leaves. This is somewhat of a crafting material. Now, I don't see this type of stuff everywhere. I assume at some, you know, when this game is finally, you know, the full version, we'll have a lot of that stuff laying around. But I did notice there was a guy asking for that back at our home base. All right, and what he was offering in exchange for a certain number of those was to put armor on your ship. Now, I'll let you speculate on that. I'm just telling you what I saw. He will put armor on your ship. Which, does that mean space combat? Does that mean like the N7 missions, that there's only certain places you can go if your ship's armored, or else you technically, quote-unquote, won't survive there? Or, I don't know what they're going to include here. I just know... Really? Wow, that wasn't embarrassing at all. Okay, anyway. Yeah, nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw I missed that? No, anyway. So I don't know what that necessarily implies. Yay! But, all I know is that he was asking for it. So you have armor on your ship. I also noticed another thing: you can dye your armor. Now, not every piece of armor I've had has had the option to dye it. I don't know what dictates what armor does and doesn't have that option. I just know that I had a piece of armor that said you could color it. If you had some, and they had some really, really cool futuristic technical term for dye or color. Anyway, it was really neat. But that's there. Okay, I haven't seen it actually done. I just know that it at some point will be available, or it's in the game as of now. Okay, now see this event. Now, here's where my lack of verbiage comes in. I don't know what the MMO term for this is, but I can give you something I can relate to. For anyone who's played Defiance, this would be like an Arcfall, okay? And with just amazing special effects. I mean, look at this. Everything changes color. You still have this laser coming out of the sky, and that lets you know where it's going to be. And you need to get there, you know. I don't know if you don't make it there in a certain amount of time, if you get excluded from the event or whatever. I know that's the case in MMOs in general, I think. I did have a little experience with Final Fantasy 14 too, and you needed to be there. relatively early, usually because they were over real fast. I think the Vines was pretty much the same way. Now with this, I don't know if maybe if you're not in a circle by a particular time, maybe it doesn't exist for you anymore. Fate, I don't know. Anyway, but whatever the case may be, all I know is you need to hurry there. Okay, and you get there and they give you I guess waves of enemies. Now I heard a rumor that well, remember, quote unquote, I said rumor, but it rings true with how this game's going. Is that these events, along with some what do you call them, raids or instances? Well, there's really no instance where you go into a separate cell to do that thing that I've seen. But when you go do a dungeon or when you go do a mission in a particular area that's going to end inevitably with a boss or mini boss, there is a chance to spawn other mini bosses, which each give you a loot drop chance. Okay, now from what I understand, these events right here also do the same thing. They may spawn some mini bosses on you, which of course make things a lot harder. But if you got a good team here, then the rewards are probably going to be great, because I believe if there's a loot drop, everyone shares it. There's no ninja looting in this game. If you get an item, you get an item. Now something may appear on the ground for you that doesn't appear for someone else because it's special to you and you alone because you beasted it up and the other person spent half the time dying or something. I don't know. All right, but I do know that loot is shared. Like if a chest is open and somebody comes up and grabs it, it's not like, other games we know where all you come up, it's an empty chest, all the guns are missing. You're like, really? Really, guys? I didn't even get a chance to look? Okay, here's my special power. No, woo, beast mode. Beast mode. Of course, I'm almost dead here, but that doesn't matter because I look really cool dying, right? Does that count? Does it count when you look cool when you die? I also unlocked grenades. Grenades are actually an ability to unlock. You don't just start the game with grenades. Well, my health's disappearing really fast. Where's the enemy? Oh, well, he was flanking me. He was riding my back, so I couldn't turn on him. Now, let me point out the AI in this game is ridiculously intelligent. If I'm jumping from subject to subject, I'm sorry, but I want to kind of cover what I'm seeing here and what I found, the observations that I made. Notice I got revived there by my buddy. I was just showing y'all how to get revived. I actually died on purpose. Right? Anyway, whatever. Well, I'll tell you what. You don't want to hear that? Then let me show you something. Huh? Like that? Like that? Check out these moves, man. These moves. Woo! I'm talking. Anyway, can I back to what we were saying? Sorry. Come on, man. That's classic. That is awesome. You can dance. You can point. You can sit down. If you can find a really, really funky place that looks like, how in the heck did you get up there? Of course, you'd go up there and sit down and show everybody that you got there, and they probably can't, right? You control your buddies while they're on their bikes. Anyway, you can let's see, point. I think you can like wave no, you can dance, sit down. Not sure what else will be available, if anything. But some stuff I've noticed. Okay, let's see. All right, so you got the event, you got some crafting, you got some customization going on. You got the special power. Okay. You unlock grenades, you unlock just about everything, but it seems like I've unlocked something every mission. I don't know if it's just by design, like they have the XP set in a certain way to, like a tutorial, get you accustomed to, each new ability and so on and so forth. You can slide and knife. It's awesome. I'll be doing that a lot. You see somebody zipping all over the screen doing that because I finally mastered it, because I have committed myself to mastering that one particular thing and poning people with that. And that has me written all over it. Right? Headshots do excessive extra critical damage in this game. Now, I don't know if that's just with pistols and sniper rifles, which is mostly what I've been doing here, but I imagine it's with both guns. I mean, the damage bonus is a double-digit times percentiles type of thing. I mean, it's a lot more. I don't know exactly how much more, but it's a lot. Okay, notice the graphics here. Once again, lighting, fine attention to detail. I did at one point, I didn't have this recorded, it's a shame. I walked up onto the fin of a random junk airplane just sitting out in the middle of nowhere, walked right up on it, not 2 inches away from it, and the closer I got to it, the more detailed it got. Now this is the beta, guys, right? The more I could see every pore in the paint, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating at all. Like that, slick sexiness right there? Huh? The slide knife? And then the embarrassing, I'm almost dead? But whatever. Get off. Huh? Like that? I'm trying to find it. Okay, now these guys are on for it. My buddy just busted in the face. He's playing a Titan, and their melee is really, really cool too. They have a power attack melee that's almost like a Nova, Mass Effect 3. Okay, now these things, those little blue orbs, they help recharge your super. Your superpower. I don't recall ever picking one up. I don't know if it's just a matter of walking over them, if they're available to everybody, or as long as they're on the field while you're in combat, your super recharges faster, or if it's just an item that we're not picking up now because it's not in the beta, but eventually they will be something you can pick up, like, you know, like ammo or something. I don't know, but from what I understand, those are to help recharge your super. Okay, you notice when you get a headshot, you get that stream of light coming up out of the neck. It's really cool, so you'll even know if you got one from a distance. Ammo drops are by color. They're also leveled. Oh, by the way, you level your guns in this game. I guess, you know, everyone's familiar with the, you know, XP on your gun, like, you know, a la Call of Duty type of thing. Well, this one, your gun itself unlocks perks as if you had leveled it. And you can pick perks for your gun, and once you've unlocked, say, however many perks are available for that gun, I'm sure the higher rarity, the higher quality your gun is, the more perks it will have available. You know, instead of 2 or 3, it might be 6 or 8 or 10 or something. I'm just guessing. But whatever the case may be, with the perks that are available, once they're unlocked for, what would you say, a few dollars or whatever. Now, see, this would normally have something in it. I played too many RPGs to say that, you know, there's no loot there. There would have to be something. Maybe a mini-boss, anything. I don't know, an NPC that you can talk to, something. Okay. But anyway, you unlock all the perks for your guns, and you can switch between them. Like, you see one perk, and you can say, no, you know, instead of maybe extra ammo capacity or better accuracy with a damage penalty or vice versa, maybe I'll go with, I don't know, what, faster reload time. Who knows? And it just seems like there's a lot of perks. I'm sure we haven't seen even the tip of the iceberg on that. But this is just another little thing. You can also level up your armor the same way. Your armor can do things for you, not just defensively, not like just more protection against this or, you know, whatever, but it can give you stat bonuses like extra strength. And there's some mechanics in here that I honestly don't know what they mean yet. One of them is discipline. I'm not sure. You think it might make a little common sense once you apply it to a particular skill or ability, like strength. I would think goes towards melee. That would be the common sense, you know. Okay, now here where it says respawning restricted, this means that we're coming up on a mini boss, and I'm not exactly. I can't tell you exactly what restricted means. Does it mean a certain amount? Or once you're dead, you can't be revived? One person needs to stay alive at all times until the next person respawns? Or I don't know. Not exactly sure. But I just know when that happens, it gets all kind of cloudy, your vision gets messed up, and it says respawning restricted. We may not have even seen exactly what it means here. You know, that may be something to be revealed later with some other mechanic in the game. I don't know. Just observations. I will also point out no 2 guns act alike in this game. You pick up 3 sniper rifles, they all act differently. That's going to have somewhat of an impact when you do find that super high max level, exotic, super rare gold orange weapon, whatever, you know, that you've been looking for all your life, and it has just the damage you want, and has just all the perks you want, blah, blah, blah. And then you find out the thing handles like, I don't know, like, tireless car wheel in your hand. It's just clunking everywhere. You can't hit anything. It's firing slow. You can't reload it. Its ammo capacity is like 2 shots, you know, or something. And you find out, other than its basic damage, the thing's a complete piece of crap. And then what do? Well, you can trade it. Or break it down and probably get some really, really good salvage materials out of it. But that would be really hard to do with a super rare weapon. So I would even have a hard time with that one. Unless I knew it was going to give me a certain kind of upgrade thing where I could do something with the gun that I really did want. Whatever. Or if I had duplicates of the same gun, just with slightly different stats. You know. With me, if a gun does a little less damage, but it acts really well in my hand, seems like it's really accurate, I hit well with it, it reloads just the way I want to, blah, 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 doesn't have any recoil, then odds are I'll go with that gun, with the one that may have a little higher damage, but I can't hit a damn thing with it. Damage is no good if you're not actually shooting. You know, we'll be coming up on the quote-unquote boss, the mini-boss, the end of the mission anyway, whatever we're here for. Notice our mission still isn't done. This has been quite some time, and we haven't even circled the entire map. Been roaming around, riding around, trolling one another, you know, doing our thing. Now you would essentially have a three-man team for this. I think. Oh, look at these Inviso guys too. They will not just stalk you and flank you, but they will kind of team up on you, like want to go right, want to go left type thing. It's really cool. The AI in this game is amazing. We'll come up on the end of this mission, and then after this mission, it'll unlock something. I believe I just leveled, so I probably won't level again. I doubt I'll get that kind of XP for it, but I don't know, I may unlock some kind of perk. I believe we'll see where it says you advanced, and then we'll show you how much progress you made in the certain wheels. And I believe as you unlock more wheels, it applies XP to even more wheels. Like you unlock one wheel, and then two other wheels start to gain XP that you haven't unlocked yet. What I mean by wheels is certain perks, passives, skills, abilities, whatever the case may be. Or certain buffs that once you do one thing, then another thing will be enhanced some, or something like that, okay? So as you unlock one wheel, well, two more might get unlocked. From those two, then you get 4. And from those 4, you might get 8, you know, type of thing. And as you gain experience, apparently the experience kind of trickles down and waters all of them, as opposed to just the one you're working on. Something like that. Like I said, my buddy Viper could probably explain that a lot better, but it's just a basic impression of that. Okay, now this guy, I believe, is a wizard, similar to the character that we can play, the mage class, whatever you want to call him, okay? This is the enemy's version of that. He floats around and looks all cool and badass. And he is badass. He's not very cool, but he's very badass. He will essentially two-shot you. He's got a decent amount of health. Can't imagine how they'd be on higher difficulties. It would be necessary to upgrade and maintain your gear at all times. Once again, point out, not a single frame rate drop or bit of lag. This is just how smooth the combat is all the time with these graphics. Amazing special effects, blah, 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 blah. That's my mix of blah, blah, blah and yada, yada. It's called blah. See, flanking and hiding and taking cover and kinds of stuff, and me totally missing with the grenade. Notice the burning effect afterwards, huh? Melee is awesome. Awesome. I could see just having a melee build where it's not like I wouldn't use a gun, but you could just own some stuff. I mean, got to see all the available perks. You know, if they're gonna give us a, I don't know what you want to say. I'm gonna use my special ability again. See, that's what I'm talking about. Of course, you actually have to hit something with it, but still. Now notice it wore off like really fast. I don't know if it's just because I fired 3 or 4 times, or if it's just for 2 or 3 seconds, or a mix of both, or I don't know. Okay, now my buddy's down, so I get to revive him and then laugh in his face and tell him about it later and send him nasty messages and all that good stuff, because he's my friend. And that's how friends do each other. Okay, here's the mini-boss. At least for this level, for this area. I imagine this mini-boss will become commonplace. He'll be your foot soldier later on in the game. But for right now, when he can essentially 1 or 2 shot you with those little magic explosives he's shooting, he's pretty nasty. I believe he does almost kill me with 1 shot at some point. But he will drop for us if we get to see it. It may even look like a piece of armor, but what it'll be instead, I don't know if this is all the time, but for me it'll be like a schematic. When you go to this certain guy back at your little home base, and he quote unquote interprets it for you or unlocks it, and gives you a version of that item. And it may be really nice, or it may just be a common piece of crap. Okay, and we let our little robot buddy read something, I think. Just want you to notice the detail, even up close. That's how everything is everywhere, all the time. Oh, I'm sorry, that's mission over. Okay. Well, mission's over. It'll say that on the left. Now here's your advancement. Notice the little circles started spinning, showing you how much you progressed in those particular things, and then showing you your stats, your kills, and as far as your abilities and precise, I believe it's headshots and that kind of stuff. And there's your rewards to the right. That's it. Everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. To watch some more smackdown of our enemies, click on the top box. Go to my channel playlist and browse other game vids. Click on the bottom one. And if you like my videos, mash on the subscribe button up top and leave a comment. Alright, thanks again. I'll catch you on the next one.